I'm not even close to done with red meat. Don't think for 1 second I was just gonna let red meat get off with one video. Red meat and pork is gonna get the business. I'm not even on pork yet. Back to the meat. Another thing you need to understand about the meat industry and with feeding the cows is you have to understand this, okay? Because it's another aspect that vegans look at, because there's levels to this. A lot of people don't know. I didn't even know once I became a vegan until I joined a lot of groups. I didn't actually realize that there were vegans that were vegans just because the animals were tortured. Then there were vegans that were vegans for the planet. Then there were vegans that were vegans for health reasons. Then there were vegans for all of those reasons, you know? And then there was just vegans that were vegans because being a vegan is actually you kind of taking control of your life again and going against the system. Because when you're vegan, you things start to open up, you know? Naturally, on a certain level, anybody can tell you if they've met a vegan or they have a vegan friend of some sort that they have an intuitive ability about them, because they become, what's the word? They become more clear. They become, you know, in all honesty, they become like more clairvoyant when it comes to, you know, which directions they want in life. And I'm not saying, you know, vegans got to figure it out or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck shit, we definitely don't. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, you can always tell that, you know, they have a different perspective on things. And it basically comes from the removal of the meat, which removes the fear and the anxiety, like I spoke about in the other video. Going hand in hand with that, y'all need to know that these cows that they use, the cows consume a lot of water. Now, we have people that are having droughts here. We got Flint, Michigan with absolutely no water. I don't think people understand that a cow drinks the equivalent of a tub full of water every single day. So every single day when you look out and you see on these factory farms and you see all of these cows that are out there, you have to understand something. Each one of those cows needs a tub full of water every single day. And they need grain. Like I said before in the other video, they take the cows, they fuck the cows, they inseminate the cows come out. Okay? That's just a transfer of sperm. You know, Mother Nature does the rest. That's going to come out. But what they have to do is they have to provide feed for the cows. The cows eat tons and tons and pounds of feed a day. What they don't tell you is this is what they do. Remember this. When it comes to the food industry and you are nothing but cattle. You are the same exact thing as cattle. They feed the cattle corn, soy, and wheat. And when you go to the store, you buy corn, soy, and wheat. Genetically engineered corn, genetically engineered soy, and genetically engineered wheat. You buy it in the form of cake. You buy it in the form of cookies. You buy it in the form of cereal. Okay? And then you get some more of it when you get your milk and pour on the cereal, because that's just corn milk, because that's what they fed the cow. And you get more corn steak because all they fed the cow was corn and soybeans. And basically what I was going to tell you is that's just it. They're feeding the cow genetically engineered corn, soybeans. They also feed them wood chips, plastic chips, and dust. They feed them like dust and stuff. There's a whole bunch of fillers and stuff in the food. The same way they put a whole bunch of fillers in your cat and dog food is the same way they put the fillers inside the cow food. So when I told you before, I broke down the other video how the fat stores the toxins. The fat is also storing all the toxins from all this garbage ass food that it's actually eating. So now everybody is sitting there worrying about why it is everybody has cancer and everybody's thinking it's running around in their family. Remember this for the rest of your life, okay? Because I said it, all right? There is no such thing as it running in your family, all right? It doesn't run in your family. The only thing runs in your family is stupidity. You have to look at the meat, the energetic substance of the meat and what they already put in the meat. And now you can actually tell yourself and you can know that the meat is actually giving me cancer, because genetically engineered foods directly cause cancer. And that's all that the meat ate. And it's just sickening in itself. So the problem is the meat. And the thing is, we're humans. We're not supposed to even be eating the meat in the first place. So we don't actually even know what to do or what it is we should be eating. Now, if you look at lions, when they go out and they hunt, What do they eat? You'll notice all the lions, they eat the fibrous area around the stomach. That's the area that they eat. They're eating the nutrients from the animal that ate from the earth. Think about it for a second. You turn on the Discovery Channel, you look at the animals, he's eating the whole stomach. All the animals, there could be 10 lions right there. They're all on the stomach of that one wildebeest. What are they eating? They're eating the organs. Why? Because during the fight and flight reaction, like I explained to you in the last video, when the body pumps the blood in, where's the body pump the blood? Into the muscles. So where did that wildebeest need the blood? The wildebeest needed the blood inside of the ribs. And so that is where the blood went. It went inside the ribs, inside the legs, inside the hind legs, inside the back, everywhere it needed to try and get that wildebeest away from those lions. But where it didn't go is the body pushed it away from the organs. Why? Because the body was not going to push the toxic blood filled with the fear, the anxiety, the cortisol, and all those toxic chemicals towards the organs. The lions know that. They rip the gut right open and they go nice for those organs. What else is in between those organs? A white fibrous material that carries nutrients back and forth in between the organs. They eat that material. Why are the lions eating this wildebeest? The lions are eating this wildebeest because the wildebeest ate the earth, and when the lions need minerals, they go and get that from the wildebeest. That's why you see them with their rough tongue. They're licking the blood. They're licking up all that. You ever taste your blood? What's in it? How does it taste? It tastes like metal, right? What's in there? What do you think that's in there? Metals, precious metals. That's what the lion is licking. It's getting its minerals and it's getting its vitamins and it's getting everything it needs from this wildebeest that ate from the earth. It can't get that from that wildebeest if that wildebeest ate other dead animals. That wildebeest would be void of anything. It would have nothing for the lions because it would have assimilated nothing into itself to give to the lions. So naturally, we're eating dead things and we're actually trying to convince ourselves that we're supposed to be meat eaters. This is what we're supposed to be doing. But in a sense, if you actually just think about it, like now, you don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to do the research. You just have to have, a little bit of common sense and some logic to just, just actually tell yourself and look at the entire situation. The lion is eating the wildebeest. And if y'all ever see it, the wildebeest is what? It's almost still breathing. The eyes are open. It's still alive. It's still pumping blood. That wildebeest dies like 75% through the meal. You know what I'm saying? They're eating them borderline alive. You know what I'm saying? And then look at the creatures. Look how big, powerful, strong, muscular the lion is, right? Now look at the creatures that gotta eat the leftovers and gotta eat the muscle of the animal. The hyena, he's got strong jaws. Why? Because the Mother Nature knew he was just gonna be a lackey picking up crumbs, and the crumbs that were gonna be crumbs were gonna be in the form of bones. He was gonna need to crush those. So Mother Nature gave him some strong bone. That's just about it. Look at the rest of his body. He's all straggly. Look at the vulture. Look at the vulture and what he eats and how he's all straggly and he's all beat. Why? Because look at the part of the animal that they're eating. Just look at them. And now think about that. Look at you. Because that's what you're eating. You're the scavenger. You get what I'm saying? If somebody was to eat a certain part of an animal and actually eat the right part of the animal, it might be like the heart, the lung, or something like that. Nah, y'all over here and y'all just eating like the wrong parts of the animal. And you're eating it after it's been dead for over a month and a half. I mean, if I'm like a wolf or a lion or a tiger, I'm like sitting back just looking at you humans and I'm just laughing like, y'all just so stupid, And you're wondering why you're dying, So I just wanted to, I wanted to really, really reflect on that and bring that back to your attention because a lot of people, aren't aware of a lot of these things here because they can't actually put two and two together. When you go to the store and you're getting meat or chicken nuggets and you're getting this, that, you're getting what's left over. You're getting, after they make a cut of a chicken, you're getting the crap, the garbage that's left over. That's what they're giving you. That's why you see the gooey. That's why you see, they don't want to waste nothing. So they're feeding y'all like cattle. That's why if you go in an aisle full of cereal, you can look all the way up and down both aisles. There's nothing but different kinds of corn and genetically engineered wheat going up and down the aisle. Because you're cattle. They feed you just like cattle. They feed you like cattle and then they feed you the cattle. And then if you dare attempt to want to go and get a fruit or vegetable, they go, and they spray that with pesticides. You know what I'm saying? So You gotta understand what you're up here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand what you're up against. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? It's a demon out there. Did y'all hear everything I just explained to you? That's some serious shit right there. You know, it's not a game. You know, you got to be on point. You got to tell your kids about this. You got to tell your friends. You got to put them on. You can't let people just go out there and just keep going on out there into the world and just not know they're just being fed pure premium grade A poison. Like, you're not even eating close to what you think you should be eating. Not even close. Not even close. Good night.